Hello class, today we are going to go over the first 5 vocab words. The first vocab word will be shellery. Grain is our second. Silos, combine, and windrow. I would like you to get on your iPads and take a quiz on Quizlet that I have set up. And when we get done with that, we will start reading our book for the day. The book we're going to be reading is Make Me a Peanut Butter Sandwich and a Glass of Milk by Ken Robinson. Everyone knows that the best afternoon snack or after school snack is a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk. But did anyone ever stop to think about where this favorite snack came from? Of course, the milk came from the refrigerator and the peanut butter and the bread from the cupboard. But where did the crucial ingredients really come from before they got to the supermarket? The truth is they've actually come a long way before they wind up in a sandwich. In fact, peanuts start out as seeds. Farmers take these seeds and plant them. Virginia and Georgia are two good places for them to grow. What are peanut seeds? Peanuts. Once planted, the peanut seeds grow into bushes about 2 feet tall. Then the bushes grow stalks that bend over and push back into the ground. New peanuts grow on the ends of these stalks. The peanuts are covered with shells and grow down in the soil. That's why peanuts are sometimes called ground nuts. In the fall, the peanut plants are pulled from the ground and left to dry in long piles known as windrows. When the windrows are dry, a special truck called a combine separates the peanuts from the rest of the plant and dumps them into a trailer. Trucks carry the peanuts to a building called a shellery. There, the peanuts are removed from their shells. Next, the shelled peanuts are roasted in special ovens. The roasting makes them taste better. Last of all, the roasted peanuts are crushed into peanut butter by a grinding machine, and the peanut butter is put into jars. The process of making bread begins when a farmer plants some wheat. Like the peanuts, wheat grows from a seed and produces more seeds. It's the seeds, or kernels, that eventually become bread. Wheat grows well in states like Nebraska and Oklahoma. When the wheat is grown and ready to be harvested, farmers drive combines through the fields. These machines cut down the wheat and separate the kernels from the rest of the plant. The kernels, or grain, are stored in special tall buildings until they are needed. These buildings are called silos, or elevators. They keep the grain from going bad. When it is needed, the grain is shipped to a mill where rows and rows of milling machines grind it into a fine white powder called flour. Flour becomes dough when it is mixed with water and yeast. At a big bakery, dough is made in large batches and then is left to rest in a warm, dark place. During that time, the yeast makes the dough expand to almost twice its size. Now that it is ready for baking, the dough is divided into small loaves and placed in baking pans. The filled pans move through the oven on conveyor belts. The conveyor belts go at a certain speed so the loaves come out on the other side of the oven, golden brown and done just right. Next, the loaves go through a special slicing machine. Then each loaf is individually wrapped. It's finally ready for the market. Milk, of course, comes from cows that have recently had calves. Milk cows are raised on dairy farms. In good weather, they are able to graze on the sweet grass in the fields. In bad weather, the farmers must feed them grain. Twice a day, the cows are brought into the barn. Usually, they are locked into narrow stalls, so they can't run away or kick while they are being milked. Dairy farmers attach a special milking machine to the cow's teats. The machine squeezes the teats just the way a baby calf would. The milk from the cow's udders squirts into a machine. Then it is pumped into a refrigerated tank where it is kept cool. A special tanker truck takes away the milk. The truck brings the milk to a processing plant. There it is heated to kill any harmful germs. This is called pasteurization. After it is pasteurized, the milk is ready to be put into bottles or cartons. At last, the milk is shipped to the supermarket. That's where all three items, the peanut butter, the bread, and the milk, come together for the first time. And of course, that's where someone from your family goes shopping. All that work for a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk. Okay, so during that book, we went across all 5 vocab words. We're going to talk about them, and then we'll be taking a post test. So our first word we went across was shellery. Melody, can you tell me what shellery was?
Shellery, a building where the peanuts are separated from their shells.
Yes. So a shellery is a building where the peanuts separated. Could you use that in a sentence for me?
The peanuts were taken to a shellery to be separated from their shells.
Thank you. Okay. Grain is another one we went across. Sable, can you tell me what grain is?
Grain, is harvested and turned into flour.
Awesome, thank you. Is there something you use grain in to make?
Bread.
Bread? Yeah, thank you. Silos was another one. That's a special tall building that holds grain. Also can be called an elevator. Melody, can you tell me about a combine?
A combine is used to separate the peanuts from the rest of the plant.
Yes, it is a special truck or tractor they use. It's used for multiple different things. It has all sorts of attachments. Sable, can you tell me about windrows?
Windrows, the peanut plant after pulled from the ground and left to dry in long piles.
Nice job. Now as we're going to do a post test on our iPads on Quizlet again, so if you guys can pull that out and get going and meet me at the front table when we are done. Alright, now it is time to see our materials. We have bread, peanut butter, a plate, and a knife. As I am making a peanut butter sandwich, we're going to be making a foldable book showing the steps we use to make a peanut butter sandwich. So first we're going to gather all of our materials, which I have already got. Let me get this open. We're going to pull out 2 pieces of bread or 2 slices. Separate them on our plate. So we'll be writing this as we go. We're going to open up our peanut butter. With our knife, we're going to scoop out some peanut butter and spread it onto one piece of our bread. Just a little bit more there. And then it's as simple as put ours together. We can cut it in half if we would like. On the back of our books, we need to have our opinion of peanut butter sandwiches. So this can be if you like, dislike, don't enjoy, anything you think or felt throughout the story. It has to be your opinion, not your partner or not your friends. I'd also like you to share how our steps were different than the book steps. How they went more in depth, a little difference. You can talk with your partner, share what your favorite part of the book was, your favorite activity we did. It could be eating a sandwich. We also can share the information learned throughout the book, throughout the lesson. And that's all we have for now. Thank you.